Okay, so going live on Facebook, who knows what will happen, but I wanted to share my very first experience with Cafe Latte. It's the new Shakeology flavor we just came out with. I just ripped the bag open, but I always get this question, or I see people get frustrated with the scoop that's in the bag. So I'm also gonna give you some tips as I do this. So one thing that I do is I just search around the bag, of course with it sealed still, otherwise you'll have Shakeology powder everywhere. And I feel for the scoop, and then I just work its way up, so you don't have to dig around for it when you open the bag. It's gonna be right there on top. You're welcome. So, okay, I'm really excited. So see? Voila, no digging around for your scooper anymore. It's right there on top. So that's tip number one. All right. Oh, this smells good. Okay, I'm so excited, hence why I'm like a little fidgety. Anyway, I use water and ice for my Shakeology. I like it simple, it's easy. I'm usually hand shake it, but because this is similar, or what I've heard is similar to like Frappuccinos and more of those soft drinks from like Starbucks and stuff, I figured I would blend this up real quick since it only takes a couple seconds. But if this is your first time trying Shakeology, I always recommend unsweetened almond milk. It literally took me 5 to 6 days to even like Shakeology. So I get that question a lot too. Like the first time you ever have it, some people absolutely love it. Some people are like, am I eating something from the ground? And that's often just a mental thing because our eyes and our brain sees this delicious looking milkshake, but then our taste buds taste 70 plus superfoods. So it takes some time to get used to Shakeology if you're not used to eating those whole food ingredients. So my recommendation is to try different recipes and try different base liquids. I tried it with milk, hated it. Tried it with sweetened almond milk, hated it, way too sweet for me. I tried it with water initially, hated it. Honestly, I'm telling you my honest truth. It wasn't until the 5th day Tommy made it with unsweetened almond milk and I absolutely fell in love. So now though, I always drink it with water. I use it as a snack instead of a meal replacement. So I prefer water. I would say if this is your first time, use some almond milk. It tends to be a little bit better. It also gets it a little thicker than water, but I'm gonna use water because I don't wanna waste it, okay? So the other thing is, if Tommy's watching this, if he's on, he hates that I do heaping scoops, but I love it because it's more Shakeology. And I need to save it for him. So just get yourself a scoop, one scoop. Sometimes your scoops have these weird ridges in them and everybody's like, oh, I just fill it up to that ridge. No, fill it all the way up to the top. Get all your superfoods, okay? So here we go. I hope you guys can even see me. I don't even know if you can. I have my camera on backwards. I'm so excited, I'm nervous. Okay, so if you're listening to this, volume down, because this is loud. Okay, one more time. All right, oh, that looks nice and thick. Oh, I use 5 ice cubes. And it does matter, so just keep trying until you get that perfect recipe. Okay, so, oh man, as soon as I open it up, it smells exactly like coffee. The nice thing is, if you're worried about caffeine, this has no more caffeine than any other Shakeology flavor. We use the flour surrounding the coffee bean for that flavoring, but we did not increase, I didn't create this, but they did not increase the caffeine in this. So if your kids like Shakeology, like ours do, it's okay for them to drink it. They're not gonna be wired up until midnight. It has no more caffeine, and it's less caffeinated than Starbucks decaffeinated coffee. So, all right, let's get to the actual taste test. Smells so good. Okay. It definitely has that coffee flavor. I mean, you can smell it right away. And with water, it's fantastic. I liked it right with water. I can tell it's gonna be better with like an unsweetened almond or coconut milk. Probably really good with coconut milk. That's really good. You know what it reminds me of? Tattle on the coach. I used to, when I worked in the city, I used to get the Java chip Starbucks Frappuccinos. I know, they're awful. But I didn't get it with whipped cream, and I got it light, so God only knows what kind of sugar they used. It tastes like that without those delicious little chips that were in it. But it tastes very similar to the Java chip Frappuccino. At least I think it does. This stuff is good. So I have a Kick the Coffee challenge coming up. If you want to try this out, let me know. We're going to have 30 days of clean eating, kicking the coffee. So if you're a coffee drinker, we're going to replace that with this every day for 30 days. Enjoy! Thanks for joining me.